I love you.
Here, Virus, here's. You get to hear how I get tortured every session. I need to pause it just think it's annoying me.
No, we have fun here.
We have fun here. I wish I could see what's on my iPad. My screen res is so low. Okay, then I
You got this.
weird. I'm so good at this. Plus weird. 2, 9. It's not a fail.
Ooh, it's not a fail. Okay.
That's good.
So-
It's not a fail this time.
You know. You weren't there for the session. Previous session.
Yeah, I was not. I
Okay,
was painting my
so-
bedroom thing.
Last session, it was New Year's Eve. So it is now the 1st of January. You know, you've gone to bed after New Year's Eve. You know, you're dreaming. This time you are
me.
You are stood in a black void that seems to endlessly it seems to just go on forever. You just hear a voice that you've never heard before. And you hear, reunite them. After the words end, you wake up. You know, I'm assuming wake up at usual time.
Yeah.
Kind of business.
For one, instead of going downstairs, Lillian's gonna stay in her room. Because I've been having thoughts of something that's in her room.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming she probably has a desk or something where she could cover something up on a wall. Oh my god, there's a frog.
Oh my gosh.
Where the frog disappeared?
Don't mind me.
And in classic, fashion, she would either pushes like something aside or would pull something aside, and there is a wall covered in like red lines, like string, different pieces of paper. It's a theory wall.
Mhm.
And on that wall is different things tracking movements of him, tracking different things. And she scribbles on a piece of paper, and there's a giant arrow that question marks puts reunite them. And covers it back up. And then goes downstairs.
Because I'm assuming Harper's also awake, considering Harper also wakes up pretty early. I love you.
True. Yes, Harper is awake already.
Yeah. So, usual morning routine. Kind of things going on. Casual morning. It's a pretty slow morning. It's, no one's in a rush to do anything at all.
Yeah.
Where's my... no one's in a rush. It gets to...
What do we say Lillian was doing during... Oh, sorry.
No, go on.
What was the explanation of what Lillian was doing during New Year's? What was... Did she just stay in her room and go downstairs?
I mean, everyone else was, watching fireworks, cuddled in a nest. We can say that Lillian was there.
Okay.
So yeah,
But
we can say that Lillian was there.
slay. I still don't know where I was. Like,
But yeah,
okay.
it's now, New Year's Day. Here? Did I put cycle? Oh my god. I'm autism.
Oh.
Oh no. So
This session's probably put cycle 12.
I did. Shh.
I see.
It's fine. Sorry, it's because I was looking for an image at the same time. There he is. Okay. Yeah. It gets, it gets pretty late afternoon. And then, you have lunch. I'd say, it's still January. The sun is still setting pretty early. Around 4 p.m.-ish. I'd probably say half of the phone in your office will start ringing.
He will answer.
It is... I don't think you personally have ever spoken to this guy, if I remember correctly. But you...
Depends on who it is.
You weren't there for the Mothman session, were you?
No.
Okay, you probably haven't spoken
Oh,
to
it's this
then.
guy. Okay, then yeah. Yeah.
Have
The
you spoken to this
detective.
guy?
I have not.
Okay.
I know
So,
of
yeah.
him. I have
Yeah.
not spoken to him.
So, you're here online. And then
Hello.
you... is this the residence of Marilyn Harper?
It is. Who's this?
Hi, it's Detective Braun. I need to ask you a favor of you guys. You guys are alright to just do me a favor right now, right?
Go on.
His image is in the thing if you need to remember what he looks like.
Which session was that?
He's been in this as well.
Session 1, I think. He's not appeared for a
he's
little bit.
mentioned.
Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah.
He goes, there's been quite a few phone calls to the station about way more dead animals in the forest than there should be. And that we don't, that's not our job. We want to conserve resources for like emergencies, and checking out a bunch of dead animals in the forest is not really the best use of our time. So I was just wondering if you could do us a favor.
Sure.
I just, you guys did such a great time with, whatever that thing was in the forest last time, and I just, it might be nothing. I just would appreciate if you could check it out. This is more than just the usual, we'll find a dead rabbit every now and again. It's the woods. Things live there. But this is like a little bit too many dead stuff, and it's kind of suspicious, and we're just, would appreciate your help.
Is it around a place in particular, or is it just scattered?
It's around the whole forest, but you could literally enter anywhere and you'd see it pretty fast.
We'll check it out.
Thank you so much. Report back to me. And then he hangs up the phone.
And Harper goes, he's awake.
I'd say most people have either, got to bed because it was a pretty late night the night before, or are out doing other things. Nyreen, I can tell you, is not in the house. Lethea, probably in their room. Nathan is probably at their house. Caspian and Ceres are probably with them. So they're probably the only one who's around is Lillian and Lola. I love you.
I'll track down Lillian then. Wherever you are.
What does... On the couch. What was that phone call about?
Was that detective that you all met?
Oh. Sorry, that visceral reaction.
Apparently there's
What did you
some
want?
dead animals in the forest. Wants us to check out more than usual. Whatever that means.
Okay. Did he say a specific part? Is it like centralized somewhere? Is it all over?
As far as I could tell, he implied just in general. I asked the same question.
All right. I'll go grab my gun. It's upstairs in that room. And Chloe's gonna go upstairs. Get on boots because they're going to the woods. Grab her gun.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're going
And
to the
she's
woods in
already, she's probably in
January.
already like jeans,
It's
like
muddy.
yeah. She's already in like jeans, like a jacket and a t-shirt. She goes upstairs and gets her boots on, grabs her gun. And her staff. I require both at all times. I need to have all my weapons on me. They shall forget whacked and the words of Foggy.
Yep, that's a sentence for sure, and it sounds like it came from Foggy. Okay.
And then she goes back downstairs.
So yeah, I'd say, you know, Lola's probably in her room doing whatever the little guys do. She's probably sleeping. She's probably tired as hell from last night. She's probably gone to bed. She's hunkshu me.
She's so hunkshu me.
Yeah. And then you guys are able to head out. Is there a specific part of the woods that you are aiming for? Like top, bottom, middle?
I don't think particularly.
I mean, I feel like on instinct, at least Harper would probably head towards the part of the forest that she's aware of.
That'll be more towards the bottom.
Just following.
Yeah, that'll probably be more towards the bottom of the forest.
That's where she would go.
Yeah. You head to the bottom of the forest. You are not even, you're both not even, 15 feet into the forest. And in the center of the path there is, it seems to be a deer. Most of it is not there. It has, like, pretty large, like claw marks. And, like, big chunks taken out of it. Just in the middle of the path.
Yeah, So something did that. Something did that to that. Oh dear. Oh god,
Really?
no.
I like your pun. That was good.
Could I investigate a mystery, perhaps?
You may, yes.
That is a 7.
Ooh, couldn't it close? Yeah, you. What question would you like? You get one. Yeah, one. You get one question.
Well, we know what happened here, so I'm not gonna ask that one.
Yeah. gosh, that's what happened here.
It's either what's being concealed here or what sort of creature is it. Those are the ones I'm considering.
I think what's being concealed here might be good.
Do that.
You ask him what's being concealed here?
Yes.
If you were to look closer at the
I love
scratches,
you.
they, you know, they seem pretty deep. It seemed to be. You're not exactly sure, but it seems to be as if it's dragged it, like it's dug its claws into it and dragged it pretty far before, like, killing it and eating it, kind of thing, if you know what I mean. Like, it's dragged it along the path and then killed it rather than
Does there seem to be any tracks
taking it.
or anything, or is it just nothing?
There's like there's blood, but it's like it's pretty dried. Like it looks as if it's been there a while because it also stinks. Like, it's gross. There's like a trail of blood on the path from where you can, like, that's been dragged. And it looks as if it has been dragged out of the forest and, like, onto the path, if that makes sense.
Okay. Harper's just gonna keep going in then.
Yeah, you like following the trail of blood to
Yeah.
you know, you head deeper into the forest. You know, you can walk a little bit further this time, but I'd say it's still not very far. It's probably maybe 200 feet at most. And it's not a deer this time, but it is instead a badger. It has pretty identical claw marks to the deer that you first came across. But this one isn't as torn up as the deer was. This one just seems to have some pretty deep claw marks in it.
Does it seem to also be older, or?
This one is definitely older than the one that you found first. I can tell you that.
I love you.
This one also doesn't have a trail of blood where it's been dragged. It just looks as if it's been killed by whatever has these claws.
Let's go do this. Like, all the bits.
Just how big were the claws? The claw marks? Are we talking like Wendigo big or
Like
smaller
maybe
than that?
like 1 to 2 inches in like diameter, but there's like, if you think of like the classic scratch mark, it's like, you know, the 3,
Okay, got it. Yeah.
yeah, and each like line is like 1 to 2 inches ish.
Well, unless you have any better ideas, just keep moving until we see it.
Yeah.
I'd say if you keep heading in the direction that you were already walking in, on a few of the trees, it looks as if whatever this thing is has been using the trees to sharpen its claws. There's quite a lot of the trees have been, used, and there's a lot of the bark is on the floor. But it's not particularly, it's pretty high up. I'd say it's probably like head height, the scratch marks for you guys. But it's not, you know, insanely high up. My wife.
Harper's gonna keep an eye, like, actively in the trees as well.
Yeah, other than like some crickets and like maybe like an owl, there's not really actually that much like nightlife out.
I think the fact that
I love
animals are
you.
hiding is more concerning. There's typically a lot of creatures and critters out by now, I'd say. They're just not.
Maybe we should try and look for an alive one then.
Yeah.
Are you still going in the direction that you were going? I take it. Keep going in the same direction, kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you, as you guys are looking, you've seen a lot of these sketches by now. They seem familiar to you, not just in a way that's like, you've seen so many of them, but you recognize that you've seen them before. In how you've seen them before is up to you, whether it was a, in past investigation, but the place you would, the place, yeah, probably most likely a past investigation. Harper, especially you've probably seen them. Lillian, maybe. They seem to be claw marks familiar with like large wolves or, just slightly larger dogs in general. What specific type of wolf or like large dog in specific, you don't know, but the claw marks definitely match that kind of species.
Do you recognize them?
I've probably seen something similar.
I mean, I grew up seeing weird prints in the woods and stuff, but these are bigger than I've ever seen.
I mean, are you aware of any wolves nearby?
No, not that I know of.
I'd say the only wolf you guys have come into contact with recently is, Narian.
Is Narian? Yeah.
I love you. Yeah.
True.
It's the dog.
See, Aspen, you weren't there last session, but Nyreen can notably, in fact, turn into an actual wolf.
Oh, hell yeah.
Dog
Slay.
moment.
So yeah, the only wolf you've
Dog
actually
moment.
had contact with recently, as in literally last night, is Nyreen. But other than that, you are not familiar with, wolves in this forest.
Like, Lillian's used to being in her home forest, but this isn't her home forest.
Mhm.
Her home forest is far away.
Can't think of any reason why Nairine would be all the way out here killing random animals.
No. I wouldn't do that.
And Harper's just
Keep
gonna keep
going.
looking. Yep.
Yeah.
I'd say you probably come across, several more dead creatures. Some of them pretty large, like the deer. Some of them, similar size
Yeah.
to the badger. So, it seems like it's like it's pretty much anything that moves kind of thing, not just large things. Some of them just have scratch marks. Some of them have pretty big chunks taken out of it. You walk through the forest, and Lillian, you recognize this as the stone circle where you fought Mothman. He is not here, but there is, the circle of rocks is still there. But that
This
is where you are right now.
You weren't there. We fought the Mothman here?
I did
this
hear
is
about
nothing.
that.
Yeah. That they fucking decimated Mothman. Murdered. Dead. Deceased. Discredited. I'm going to do a thing about it. Check the questions. If question press what I want to do.
You got this.
Can I? Is it safe to say? Can I read a bad situation? What do they call it a bad situation?
Yes. You may.
Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
Have you rolled?
I'm rolling.
I was gonna say, I was like,
no, I'm stupid.
you might fail, in that case you get in nothing.
Simply clueless.
12.
Oh shit! Yeah, you get 3 questions.
Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
I'd say as you are like when you're in this circle, are you looking around? Are you just simply passing through? Like,
Yes. Lillian's gonna stop and look around because it's like quote unquote kind of monument kind of thing. Like
yeah.
it's
So I'd say
structure. It's not a structure.
yeah, behind one of the rocks, there seems to be, I'd say, large paw prints. Not like, oh my god, but they're like, bigger than you would see on a normal dog kind of thing. Leading like into the forest. You can see that. It's pretty muddy. You can definitely see some paw prints.
Hey Harper, there are paw prints over there. Do you think they match the thing we're tracking?
Harper will go take a look at them.
I'd say with, you where the paw prints are, there are also like the claws can clearly also be seen in the paw prints, if that makes sense. And
Mhm.
they definitely do match what you've seen everywhere else. You know, claw size is the same. You know, the paw seems to fit the right size.
Seems to match.
Do we want to follow them or keep going how we were going? Because that does seem like something we can follow, but we might lose the track. Follow them?
Probably.
Yeah, you guys are able to head deeper into the forest. I'd say neither of you have probably been in this part of the forest before. It's a pretty dense part of the forest. You head in and there tends to be like a lot more larger rocks in their view around this part of the forest. You know, it must have been like, you know, that's clearly they're the same kind of rocks that are in the circle. That's clearly where they got them from. It's a lot of the trees are a lot of the trees look older than other parts of the forest, and a lot of the like leaves from autumn are still on the floor, and they're kind of like that wet sludge, gross kind of leaves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get to a point where there seems to be almost like the forest seems to almost drop down a level. Like you would have to jump down probably about 6 feet to get to like to keep going the way that you're going.
Is there anything like off to the side where we could go around to get down, or is it only that drop?
I'd say if you were to look, you know, left and right kind of thing, it pretty much, you know, it's pretty much the same thing. Like even if you were to walk, you know, to the right, you would still have to drop down. Eventually.
I think Harper's just gonna go for it.
Yeah.
You just eat. Alright, can you both roll act under pressure for me? Because even though you'll like fight stuff regularly, jumping down 6 feet is not something that you do on the regular.
True.
Light work for Moyan. I'm kidding.
Light work. Just casually does a backflip.
Miss Girl grew up in the forest.
Yeah, but if you fail this roll, it will be really funny.
That is a 9.
Okay.
I can
Aspen, what did you
math.
get? You got this. I believe.
9.
So, to both of you, would you like a worse outcome, a hard choice, or a price to pay? You can choose one between you, or you can choose separately. It's up to you guys.
Do we need to do separate one between us?
That's fine.
I love you.
What do we want? Do we want a hard choice, price to pay, or a worse outcome?
I mean, you can pick your own.
Do you want to both do one separate?
I am fine either way. It is up to you.
Choice, price to pay, worse outcome. I think. Ooh.
You got this.
Definitely not worst outcome.
I'm gonna do a hard choice.
Okay.
I was also gonna say hard choice.
So, as you are looking for, like, you know, a safe spot to jump down, one area looks like kind of boggy, and or if you were to move slightly further along, it would be like a like more of a drop. So it's either like, you know, bog or an 8-foot drop instead of a 6-foot drop.
Theoretically, if I did the 8-foot drop, would I take harm?
No, but it's gonna hurt.
I think Harper's still can do the 8-foot drop.
Okay.
She can take it.
8-foot.
Aspen, are you doing the
Can
same?
take it. Yeah.
If Harper can do it, so can I.
To be
See,
fair,
you-
Harper's probably dealt with worse. Let's be honest.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Than drop.
So yeah, you both take this, you know,
8-foot drop is nothing.
you both take the 8-foot drop. You know, even though you don't go jumping off ledges that often, you both know what you're doing. You're able to, you know. See, I personally don't go dropping off ledges that often, but you know, whatever the proper technique for jumping off high ledges is, you do that. You know, a nice tuck and roll, whatever. But you are gonna like
Jump with your
land.
knees bent and your ankles kind of springy, and you
Yeah.
want to land on the balls of your feet, not your heels. Otherwise, your body
Yeah.
will take all the impact, not your feet.
Exactly.
Still gonna hurt, but most of
Exactly.
the
It's still
impact.
gonna hurt, you know. It's an 8-foot drop. It's not gonna feel like you're jumping on, you know, cushion. It's gonna hurt, you know. It's gonna
Yeah.
send, you know, a little bit of pain, and it's gonna be like, ow, that hurt. Because you know,
You can walk it off.
you landed on pretty solid dirt. That it's packed in there. It's been wet and then it's got dry, so it's packed further and then wet and then it's solid. There's also sticks on the ground. It hurts. You don't take any harm, but it's definitely going to take a moment for the pain to go away. I'd also, are you? Yeah, like what do you guys do from there?
Do we see more of the tracks, or do they end up there?
You cannot see any tracks from where you are right now.
I guess just keep going forward. John,
That's
this
the
far.
idea.
Okay.
Keep walking.
Keep walking. You know, the forest is pretty much the same. You know, the trees are older. You still don't hear any, you know, creatures other than, you know, crickets and like an owl or a pigeon every now and again.
Yeah.
But you know, you've both been in the forest at night. You know what the forest is not like at night. And right now, it is notably not that. I will also say it is pretty dark right now. It's probably like 6 p.m. ish in January. It's dark.
Why did none of us brought flashlights, did we?
I
know I
probably
didn't.
have one.
I'd say you
Okay.
probably have at least one between you.
Yeah.
Harper would probably be smart enough to be like, we're going out in January at like 4 p.m. It's gonna be dark. Probably bring a flashlight.
Lena has her phone. Her phone has a
She-
flashlight on it.
She preps for everything, to be fair.
Yeah, she's probably got like a we need to go kill something and to go
Stares
back.
at a certain room in her house.
Yeah, you do notably have that. But yeah,
I
you
do
you
have
know
the room.
you know strolling through the forest. You every now and again
Question.
you'll Yes, go on.
Are the animals more dense here, less dense, or the same in this part of the forest?
You guys have never been in this part of the forest, so you wouldn't know what it should normally be like.
Fair. Are there a lot of dead animals? Or not that many dead animals? I'll put it that way.
Since you have jumped down from that ledge, you have not seen any dead animals.
Okay.
And then,
Barns
I'd
are maybe not
say,
in this part of the forest.
yeah, since you've jumped down from the ledge, you probably walk maybe about a mile. And you hear kind of, a little bit of rustling, like in the leaves, like on the floor kind of thing.
I'm gonna
Harper
try
will-
to with my gun pulled out.
Harper will
It goes
glance
silent.
that direction, but she's not gonna pull out her gun yet.
Yeah, I'd say,
Stay strapped.
Lillian, are you like, you said you've got your phone torch, right?
Yeah.
Are you like, when you turn around, are you like aiming your torch at, like, are you just kind of like, where you like aim your
Yeah,
torch
like
at,
putting the flashlight
general
towards
darkness.
the sound.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
you aim. Swear you heard anything, but there's nothing there. I'm assuming Harper kept walking.
Yes.
Lillian's gonna catch up.
Yeah, you'd have to do a little, that awkward little run you do for the
Hello,
first.
dog.
Yeah, you'd have to do
Yeah,
like a little
the little
jog.
tiny.
But yeah, you're able to catch up to Harper, no problem. I'd say maybe not even half a mile later, who's walking? Okay. Okay, the way I've been picturing it in my mind is Harper's walking on the left and Lillian's on the right.
Yeah.
Harper, to your immediate left, you hear like a branch, stick, whatever, bit of tree on ground, like snap, as if something has like stepped on it. That classic, oops, I stepped on a twig kind of snap.
Immediately, gun and flashlight pointed that direction.
You point the flashlight at it. There is nothing there. You can check behind the trees, you can do whatever, but from what you can see, that there is nothing there. Maybe not even 20 feet later, you both hear a kind of, it's the same rustling again, but it definitely is closer than it was the first time.
I don't like this.
I don't think Harper's gonna move or say anything. She's just gonna wait.
Like stand still.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're, listening for anything specific, you can't hear anything. It's the crickets have gone silent.
But that's not a good sign.
Yeah,
It's quiet time.
it is
Oh no.
quiet.
It's quiet. And Lynn's gonna shut up, but she's gonna now also like look around, like sitting still looking around with her gun in one hand, flashlight in the other.
Yeah. Are you like looking around, or are you stood completely still? Still facing
Her
the way
body
you're
still,
looking?
she's kind of turning. She's just turning her head,
Yeah.
trying to see if she can see anything in the darkness.
Yeah. Is Harper still looking the same direction? Like
Pretty
just
much,
kind of like
she's more listening to try and get the direction than she is properly looking around.
yeah, you if Lillian is moving their head, they will see kind of like to the side of like it is very hard to see, and you only see it because like you both are stood so still. Lillian staring back at you is kind of like it just looks like two eyes. Like you can't see anything else. It's kind of like dark brown. And there dark brown eyes.
Harper?
Yes.
It's staring at me.
Or we'll glance that direction.
Yeah, you see the same thing. It is, a pair of dark brown eyes. It seems relatively low to the ground, kind of, Are you pointing your flashlight at it?
I will.
Yeah, you point your flashlight at it, and it kind of you can now see a clear shape. If you look in the reference images, you see a wolf like that, but with brown eyes instead of, white like the image. But it's like a white, black and white wolf kind of. I'd say it's probably pretty big. I'd say when it is stood on all fours, it is probably still about 2.5 feet tall.
I'm imagining a little less than a dire wolf when you describe this, by the way.
Yeah, it's like it's big, but it's not like, oh god kind of big.
Massive.
Yeah, it's not massive. It's like it's bigger than an average wolf, but
Yeah.
it's bigger than it's bigger than average wolf, and it's bigger than you've seen Nyreen as as a wolf. It also doesn't seem mad. It just seems as if it's watching.
What do we do?
Bobby, can I attempt something weird?
Go on.
Can I try something?
Potentially, yes. Go on.
I want to use magic.
Oh, yes. What would you like to use magic for?
One of the effects is communicate with something that you do not share a language with.
I love you.
I want to try that and see if I can talk to it.
Yeah.
If it works, obviously.
Yeah. You can try. Yeah.
It's a good start.
Roll your magic.
Great, I love that for me. That is a 12.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Magic in it. Yeah. What do you want to say? What do you want to say to the creature?
Creature, and the creature.
Are you the one that's been killing the animals we've come across?
Lillian, you can hear, Harper talking in English. You will just hear the wolf kind of like, that like deep growl that comes from the back of your
Yeah.
throat. That's what you hear. But Harper to you, it'll sound like English to you, basically.
Yeah.
And it'll be, what are you doing in my part of the forest?
We wanted to know the cause. We have no intention to harm, unless you give us one. And she's gonna put her gun away.
Lillian's gonna put her gun away when she sees Harper put her gun away.
It'll kind of it'll seem to like relax a little bit, like its shoulders will kind of relax and it'll, sit on its back legs kind of thing. Lillian, you continue to hear this deep growling. It seems pretty mad to you, but Harper doesn't seem worried, so
Yeah.
And it'll just go, I also don't intend you harm. But my question still remains. What are you doing in my part of the forest?
We have encountered some things here that have been more of a problem. We just wanted to make sure that you were not one of them.
I am simply just existing. My wife is asleep in a cave, not too far away from where you guys came from. And I wanted to make sure you weren't here to intend harm on her. So I followed you. I did not hear that one.
How did I?
It's just a man who loves his wife.
A man loves his wife.
Man who loves his wife.
We don't plan on doing anything. All I want is confirmation. Are you the one that's been killing those animals? Or not?
I am. However, we have been on the run, on the move, for several days now. This is the only forest I've seen with creatures big enough for us to eat.
If I can ask, on the run from what?
We're looking for our daughter.
Oh.
This is her first time transforming, and she ran away in a panic, and we lost her. We think
We're just
she's
gonna
released
look at
from-
Lillian.
What's he saying?
She's gonna look at Lillian, but respond to the wolf. If I can ask, what's your daughter's name?
Rue.
And you said transform, correct?
Yes. He'll kind of. He doesn't. You've never seen it before, but you have heard of it happening. I love you. His legs seem to get longer. His, his fur transforms into clothes, and his hair kind of turns a lot more white. If you look at reference images, he, standing in front of you is this guy. Necklace. He still has the ears. But he's now got, the outfit. I'd say he's probably got like, I don't know, sweatpants on or something. But now he's kind of like crouched down kind of thing. When he begins talking again, Lillian, you can understand him now when he starts talking. I don't usually reveal my form to random people in the woods. I prefer to stay as a wolf. It's a lot more comfortable to move around in. But you guys seem like trustworthy people. I can take you to where my wife is, and we can try and look for her together. It's her first transformation, and she just ran away, and her tracking skills are not the best. Despite being wolves, we are still mostly human. But you guys managed to find us, so I guess you could be some help.
We'll see what we can do.
He'll begin walking back into the forest from where you guys came from. He doesn't have, like a flashlight or anything. He just begins walking into the darkness. Not even like, yeah, he's not even waiting for you, like, to see if you're following. He's just going.
Care to fill me in while we talk? Oh, walk. Care to fill me in while we walk?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't hear part of that.
Care to fill me in while we walk? Like what you guys were talking about. I couldn't understand half what he was saying until he transformed.
He was looking for his daughter. Rue was the name, right?
Yeah. I love you.
Someone by the name of Rue.
Fair enough.
Yeah, this guy will. He'll stay relatively. He'll stay close to you, but I'd say he's probably like. He's close enough to you where you can still see him, but he's far enough away that he won't be able to hear you, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if you guys talked in, like, quiet, hushed tones, he would, if he listened in really carefully, he'd be able to hear you, but he's not particularly paying attention. He pretty much leads you right back to that ledge where you guys first, where you did the 8-foot drop.
Yeah.
But then when you get to that, instead of climbing up, he kind of takes like a sharp right turn and follows it for a little bit. It seems not quite a full cave, but definitely like a cutout in the ledge itself. Let me
Like an alcove.
yeah, like a little alcove kind of thing. Let me see if it'll let me copy and paste the image or if it's gonna be evil.
Will Discord work this time?
Haha.
Will
No, it will not.
The answer may surprise you. No.
The answer will
Will it
not
be
surprise you at all.
it be homophobic? The answer is yes.
Yes, it will. Okay. You in this alcove, he turns back into a wolf, the wolf you literally saw, and he kind of, I'd say there's probably vines covering a little bit of it, so he kind of like, goes in between the vines. And then he comes out about a minute later, and there is another wolf with him. Looks like this. I'd say relatively similar size, but ever so slightly larger.
Oh.
And the guy will turn, back into a guy, TM. The other wolf will remain, as a wolf. However, I'd say your spell is probably worn off by this point.
Yeah, I'd assume so.
So you hear this other wolf, kind of growl to the guy in front of you. Lillian, for you, it's pretty much the same as what you already heard. That deep growl for the back of the throat.
Yeah.
And he kind of looks. He's still looking at you guys, but he's kind of like, "It's alright, Dad. They're here to help." To which the other wolf will sit back on, like on their legs, and they will, they'll pretty much transform, the way that the other guy did. And she looks like this.
Ooh.
Dork. Pretty,
Dork.
dork. She'll be looking at the guy. She'll be like, "What are they doing here? Hey, we don't need distractions right now. I know. I trailed them. You were sleeping and I heard them jump down, so I trailed them. They seem like they know what they're doing. I think they should be able to help us." The woman will kind of look at you guys. They'll stay crouched down where they are, but they'll go, they'll kind of introduce themselves and they'll go, "I see you've met my husband." She'll kind of, where you do that like gesturing with your head kind of thing?
Yes.
She'll do that and she'll go, "It's Hax. Ronan." And then she'll just kind of like look you both up and like the look between you guys.
I'm Lillian.
Harper.
I'm assuming he's filled you in.
Yes, ma'am.
On the run from something and looking for your daughter.
I love you. She recently turned the age in which, you know, we transform for the first time, and we hadn't had the chance to teach her how to transform back yet. So she'll kind of like she'll look at the ground and kind of sigh. There's creatures in this forest, and I want to find her before they do. She's only young. It's been a few days since she's transformed now, and I don't think she has enough skills to be able to find food on her own, or even water for that matter. She just kind of stopped talking. Hax is like stood next to her and kind of just like puts his hand on her shoulder. And I will say, Ronan looks tired as hell. Like, she looks like she's going through it. Like, she's going through it. And he'll just kind of put his hand on her shoulder and kind of like, you know, it's alright. And then he'll still be looking at you two, and he goes, you are clearly more experienced in trekking than we are. If we tell you some things, would you be able to find her?
Hopefully.
We've tracked things down before.
Yeah. Kind of our jobs. At this
kind
point.
of left out like a little soft chuckle, and he'll go, she, you know, she's got a matching necklace. He'll kind of like gesture to the one that he's got on his own neck. Be like, she's got a necklace like mine. And then he'll look down at Ronan and go, what was she wearing again? That hoodie she was. And then she'll go, the brown hoodie. She wears this brown hoodie. You'll be able to notice it. It's disgusting. She never lets me wash it. It's gross. And then, you know, Alex will continue. She loves playing. You know, she loves playing in the water, but I don't even know if there is any water near here. This is not.
I mean, there's a beach, there's the ocean, but that's a little bit away. I know there's a stream somewhere back here too, I think. What
she
color
could be there.
is? What color's her coat? Like her coat whenever she's transformed.
We don't know. We've not seen her transform before.
Okay.
This was her first time. She wasn't there. We just know that she has. And the night she disappeared, it was a full moon, so we know that she transformed. She just. We have control over. Once you've undergone your first transformation, you can choose when you can transform. But if you don't know how to turn back, you get stuck like that for a while. And I don't know where she could be. And then he'll kind of like crouch down to the same position that his wife is in, but kind of like rest his elbows on his knees and put his hands in his head, kind of thing.
You said she likes being around water?
Yeah, she loves playing in water. I love you. But I
I
don't.
mean,
He doesn't.
would I have heard anything and there being like a river or a stream or anything nearby in the forest? With how long I've lived here?
The part of the forest that you're familiar with doesn't have an access point to the river, but you would have, Lillian, I know that you would know that where the bridge was that
Yeah.
Wolfman was first seen, you know that that bridge crosses over a river.
When we were hunting, there was a broken bridge. There's a river some there.
That could be a start.
And if she's not there, we could always check the ocean front. Question, how are we getting up 8-foot drop?
You could out what?
How are we getting up the 8-foot drop?
I don't know. How are you getting up the 8-foot drop? How are you getting up the 8-foot drop? That's up to you. You gotta tell me.
Simply climb.
Climb a tree, jump off the tree onto. Is there a tall enough tree I could climb up to get up the
Yeah,
drop
the
and
trees are all tall enough that you'd be able to climb up one, but I'm gonna need you to
like?
all act under pressure. Because despite growing up in a forest, these trees are different to the trees that you're used to. So
Yeah.
if you turn to go, climb a tree,
Yeah.
the Ronan would have transformed back into a wolf and gone back inside the cave. The guy will look at you and he'll go, "We will stay here. If you find her, we'll bring her back to us."
Yeah. We'll let you know what they find.
We appreciate it. He'll turn back into when you saw him as a wolf the first time, and he'll also go inside the cave.
I know how I'm going to try to get back up the drop. How are you going to try to get back up the drop? I know what I'm doing to get back up there.
I'm debating either I climb or I use magic again. Those are my options.
I'm gonna climb a tree. I can get close and hopefully not fall to my death. Climbing trees. He said, "Act under pressure, Bobby."
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
you know, you're pretty familiar with climbing trees.
very.
Climb the tree, no problem.
I'd roll attempt to climb as well.
Okay, roll act under pressure for me.
Climb the tree, jump off the tree onto the ledge.
I am going to use my gauntlet for nothing.
You have extra things that let you do things. I have a gun.
I also have a gun, and also other things.
Flamethrower. You also have a flamethrower.
Yeah, a gun does not help you climb a tree, I'm afraid.
No.
I got an 11.
Yep,
damn.
You're able to, climb a tree.
I think it's fully just gauntlet with one hand, dagger with the other, and just climbing that way.
Seems about right. It's not the skedaddles up the tree like a lizard that I envision Lillian being like. It's
for Lillian for sure. For Lillian for sure.
Oh yeah. You know Lillian, that like
Lillian
for Harper, no.
Yeah.
Maybe
like I will stab a dagger into the tree.
Yes.
Lillian's over here like pretty much feeling pretty fine. Maybe a small branch snaps and she goes, "Nope, not that way. Going around the other direction."
It is also the dagger.
Yeah.
The one.
The one. Yeah. Yeah, you're both able to make it up the tree, onto the ledge, just fine. If you are tracing back the way you came, you will end up back at that circle of rocks.
Then Lillian's gonna go in front this time, and she starts leading Harper towards the bridge. TM. It was somewhere back in when we were tracking Mothman, we got brought back towards here.
And then you continue down the path. You reach the bridge, no problem. It is a pretty wide river. It was a considerable sized bridge. However, the bridge is no more. It is pretty much snapped in half, kind of thing. The news never fully showed the extent to which the bridge was actually damaged, and it has been a considerable amount of time since then, probably about 3 to 4 months. It doesn't even, the only safety stuff there is a bit of caution tape and a sign being like, "Do not cross the bridge." But other than that, it doesn't seem like anyone has even started to fix it.
Well, Harper will check around the water at least.
Yeah, around the water, it's not like, there's a little bit of a shoreline, but it's not like sand, it's more of those tiny little pebbles.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say there's a little bit of a ledge to jump down, but it's literally a foot, so you can just step off it and then just, or do like a nice little hop down there. But yeah, it's not a huge drop. Yeah, you know, hop on this pebbly gravel, whatever. Are you like looking for anything in particular?
You said it's more of like a river, or what is it?
I can get you. Hang on, let me get you an image.
I mostly just looking for any like tracks or anything that would be similar to what we found earlier.
Can... Let me see. There's an image that's not going to be. Yeah, that's a pretty good image. Okay. It's kind of. I love you. Discord, stop. It's kind of like this, but with like smaller pebbles. And not like as much of a huge drop. You can see that the pebbles have been disturbed recently, but not like recent.
And I'll check around there first.
Yeah, it looks as if they were moving, Hop would have tracked a lot of things. She knows what she's doing. And I'd say Lillian also probably, she's a forest critter, basically. Yes. She knows how to track shit.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, you look at it. It seems to be. You can't identify a footprint because it is on pebbles, but there's definitely like a shape. It's a relatively small.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to be moving. It wasn't moving. It wasn't like running or anything. It was just kind of walking. And it just seems to be following the shoreline. Every now and again, it would kind of disappear into the water, like closer to the water, but then maybe like 3 feet further on, it would reappear out of the water again. Kind of like, into the water. Continue on. Into the water.
I mean, what did you say was appearing?
Like the footprints would like veer into the water, and then they would reappear again.
Understand.
Like,
okay.
Like 3 or 4 feet down the line, kind of thing.
Lillian?
Yeah?
This way, I believe.
Right.
And I'll point them out. Yeah.
Yeah. The river seems a lot more lively than the forest itself was. You can definitely tell that there's more creatures around the forest now. You'll see like a frog, and like there might be like a couple of ducks like on the side of the river doing that cute little thing where they tuck their head in and go to sleep. But they don't seem that bothered that you're walking past. You continue to follow the footprints. Not very far, probably like a mile or so. And then they seem to... They veer off into the forest again. And then like off, like out, away from the river.
Are we going more towards like where the river is? Looking at the map, is it the river? Yeah, that's river. Are we going closer towards like the shore, like towards town shore, or away?
You started at like the top of the river. You're kind of. Let me get the map up so I can.
Are we going back? Are we going further down towards like the crash cave marking, or towards
Yeah,
the?
you. Why is it so zoomed in? You are kind of. You see where the S is on the crash and cave.
Yeah.
You are kind of just above that. Kind of
Okay.
just coming up to where the river splits. But it goes, as you're looking at it, if you were to follow the right hand line, it would go, you would go where it starts to split off, you would head right and into the forest. Like, right as in towards the town, kind of thing.
Okay.
Do we see the tracks leading us which direction to go?
No, they just go into the forest.
Do we want to keep following the river? Do we want to go towards town, towards the beach?
I'm thinking more towards town, possibly.
Okay.
And then
I wouldn't be surprised if she's at the beach. It's big water.
True.
And even though they're saying she's not the best at tracking, anyone with a nose can smell the sea salt from the river, from water. Is it freshwater or salt water?
the river?
No, the ocean. Is that fresh or salt water?
It's salt water. It's the sea.
Well, there's freshwater
True.
sea, so my bad.
Yeah, no, it is salt water.
Okay.
Want to touch the sea?
I mean, anyone with a nose can smell the salt coming off the ocean.
Then let's go there.
Yeah, if you were to head, through the forest, you'd probably appear kind of like just coming out behind, Ivory's house. Are you cutting like down the back of Ivory's house and then onto the main street right there?
Yeah.
Okay, sat just at the very bottom left corner of Ivory's house, but like on the outside. As you get about there, you hear kind of what I would describe as sad puppy noises.
Aww.
Well,
I think we found her.
I think we did.
Which one of us is that scary to go say hi to her? I have giant horns and a weird eye. Maybe we don't scare the kid. Maybe you go first. I think I'd scare the kid.
I will attempt.
Having a tall person with horns and a strange-looking eye come at you is terrifying. Especially in the dark.
Harper will cautiously approach. Again, trying not to scare them, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And is gonna use magic again for the communication.
Yep. Do a nice little roll. Yep, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Words. I know them.
That is an 11.
Oh, damn.
Hey.
Alright.
Don't mind me while I use the thing I just added. There we go.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. What do you want to say to the itty bitty? Hang on, let me. I love you. It's kind of like, in like, not quite a loaf like a cat does, but it's like sat down. It's like lay down with its like paws, pretty much front paws like straight out in front of it, and it's this itty bitty guy. That's the itty bitty
Joe
baby.
just say, "Are you Rue?"
It won't move, but you see its ears kind of like move, like
Like that.
yeah.
The actual foot of my dog doing the same thing as that toy.
I think there's an emo actually. Hold.
I think so.
I think there isn't like an actual emo for this. I swear I've seen the emo.
Oh, this is the bittiest little baby.
It's like this. There it is. It's like this. Like it does that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's like a. I have my name. That's me. It doesn't say anything, but it's like.
I'm not here to harm you. Your parents are looking for you.
At that point, it will. Sorry, next sin. Yeah, it will. At that point, it'll kind of sit up and look at you, and do that, confused head tilt that, like, most animals and also children do.
Yeah.
When they're
And
like,
me.
when they're like, huh? You know that she can understand you, but
She's not communicating.
yeah, she just thinks that, like, she can clearly understand English and wolf, but she can't distinguish that she knows both. She's just like, yeah, she's talking, isn't it?
Fair.
Something in it.
Do you want to get back to them?
Lillian, to you, it's kind of like, it's not quite. It's not. Yeah, it's not whining, but it's not quite a bark either. It's kind of like that weird in between, like just general happy dog noises.
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean. You have a dog. You know what I mean.
I have a dog. I know what you mean. I have a dog.
I
know what you mean.
Yeah. She'll say she'll go. Lost.
Well, we know how to get back. You can follow us.
She'll stand up. And again, Aspen for you. General dog noises.
Dog noises.
General dog noises. But then happy you hear go find Mama Papa?
Yes.
She'll, stand up, kind of look at you, tail wagging a little bit. Not like super fast, but A little bit.
I will start heading that direction.
Yeah, you are able to, where, yeah, that pretty much. You
Yeah.
know, yeah, you know how to get back to the cave from here. You don't have to go, back along the river and all that kind of stuff. You know how to get there from here. And she'll kind of be in like happily following you this whole time, kind of just, she won't be directly behind you, but she'll definitely be close.
Yeah.
Like, you can still hear her. She is not quiet. Like, how this kid has survived in the forest on her own is crazy.
Sheer luck.
Yeah, because not a master of stealth. And then and yeah, she'll just happily follow you guys to the cave. I'd say, you've jumped up the ledge before, you can just do it again. I'm not gonna make you roll for it. You already know how to leap off a ledge.
You've done this before.
You've already leaped off the ledge.
Jump before I can jump again.
Yeah. Rue will kind of pause at the top of the ledge. Oh dear.
Consider Lillian offers to pick her up while they jump.
They don't like jump off the ledge. They just kind of look over and just sit. And then just look at you guys.
Lillian?
I can pick her up and jump if you need.
Either that or stay here while I grab
I can
the other two.
I'd rather do that instead. I can stay here with her.
Works for me. And she's gonna go into the cave and find the...
Yeah, the two of them are, sat. Being dogs.
She's been found.
You hear a sigh. I'd say, you still probably got your spell on at this point.
Yes.
So even though they're
which is why I'm keeping my funny effect on.
Yeah, you can still hear them. And you just hear, oh, thank goodness. They'll get up and they'll go, show me to her.
Harper will walk back out.
Yeah, she'll, both of them will follow you.
Lillian just on the edge, like on the ledge, sitting next to the fucking pup.
Yeah.
Why did I sit there? Sit next to the kid.
They are just, they're like this, but like slightly sad. Not like sad, but kind of just, they're wagging their tail, but just like us chilling.
They're stressed because the whole situation, but
yeah. Well, Rue is sat like that. She don't know what's going on. She's having a great time.
Yeah.
And then but yeah, the two of them will come out. Lillian, to you, there's just about to be a whole lot of barking going on. None of it sounds aggressive.
It's
just kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like a dog being like, oh my god, another dog. When they see a dog in the park and they're like,
It's an
another
excited
dog.
part.
Oh my god.
Well, Lillian grew up with dogs around her village. She understands.
Yeah,
She goes
like,
middle,
she
but
doesn't.
she's used to creatures.
Yeah, I'd say, yeah, you probably understand in a way of like tone rather than physically understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the sorry. Yeah, Rue will. She won't jump off the ledge, but she'll kind of stand up a little bit too quickly and kind of like kick a little bit of the rocks off the edge, kind of thing. To which
And Ryan's like,
will.
like, no, you don't fall. You don't fall down.
Yeah, Ronan will go, oh, baby, be careful. And, you know, Rue will sit back up and go, Mama!
Aww.
You know, they're big dogs. They just jump up there and, like, they kind of jump midway up the cliff and then kind of, like, parkour up again.
Lillian steps back and out of the way so they can get up and get up and be around the child. She's no longer needs.
Yeah, Hax will pick up Rue by the scruff in his mouth and kind of drag her away from the edge. Harper, your spell is probably worn off by this point.
Yeah.
You hear them, you know, yapping, because that is literally what they're doing. They're like dog yapping to Rue, and you hear Rue do a little yap back.
Rue's getting scolded. Like, young miss, this don't you dare go on ever again.
Yeah, then
Golden.
You see Ronan will change back into, you know, woman. Hax will keep saying things to Rue while Ronan comes over to you guys. That is like, I appreciate it.
I love you.
We've been looking for her for days. I really do appreciate it. I don't even want to think about what could have happened.
Oh, she's back now, so.
Yeah. Can I there must be something I can do for you guys. I owe you a huge favor.
Oh, it's okay.
You then will see Hax in the background will turn into, you know, a guy. You then see Rue kind of sit on her back legs and try and copy how her parents were sat. You kind of see her legs get like just a little bit longer. She still keeps the ears, but her hair kind of, you know, it changes a little bit. And I'd say they're probably about, when they're not, you know, they're sat on the ground, they're not that tall. But if they were stood up, she's probably like a similar height to Lorelai. Probably like 3 foot at most.
Yeah.
Like, this is an itty bitty guy. And
yeah.
This is the little itty bitty baby you see on the floor.
The little guy.
I love her.
The little guy.
I love her.
He's just a little guy.
Lillian's gonna
You'll
say
hear. Yeah, you'll hear Jax will kind of they'll stand up together, and Hax will kind of like not push her, but kind of like gently nudge her in your direction and be like, "What do you say?" And she'll just go, "Thank you."
where's Kiddo?
She'll kind of cover her face and like run to her dad and kind of like
I love you.
bury herself, kind of like Haxel.
Lillian's gonna say Ronan.
No, go on.
I'm just happy you guys have her back. You hold on to her. That's an obvious thing, but
And do keep an eye out. Like I said, there are some dangerous things out here.
yeah.
We'll probably stay around this cave. This side of the forest seems to be relatively quiet. We'll probably stay close. If you ever need a favor, we'll be here.
We'll keep it in mind.
I don't need anything. I'm just happy at least one family's staying together.
You'll see Rue kind of like run to like, you know, the little toddler run to like a tree. But at the base of the tree, she'll pick up a stick and break it in half. And then go up to you guys and give each of you half of the stick. I say half, she's like, it's not half. It's like, you know, it's kind of, she didn't snap it, it kind of did that awkward twig break where it kind of like
Yeah.
bends. And then it
Ben's
has
not
that
fully
like,
snapped, yeah.
yeah, it has that like awkward, it's not a clean break, it's like the weird awkward like sharp pointy bits at the end, and she'll just kind of, she is tiny, so she has to like properly reach her hand up to like give you both this stick.
Lillian bends down to get it from her height. She's not making this kid reach up. She'll go down to her height and go, thank you.
Yeah, she'll, yeah, for you.
Thank you.
She'll, you know, she'll also give Papa one.
I'll take it.
Yeah, she will then, you know, cover her hands, but then she'll giggle as she's running away back to her dad. You know.
Well, leave you be for now. We should probably head back to Lorelei anyway.
Yeah, we should. You guys stay safe out here, right?
We will, thank you. Haxel then like kind of jump down, and then, you know, Rue will sit on the edge, and Ronan will go, "He'll catch you, go on." To which she just, absolutely no fear whatsoever, yeets off this edge. Her father will catch her, I will say that, the baby is fine. Yeah, Ronan will like jump down, but like halfway down she'll turn into a wolf. And then yeah, you see them disappear in the direction of the cave.
We should head back.
We should.
Yeah.
I'd say as you guys get back, it's probably like 8 p.m. ish. Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably like 8 p.m. ish.
You'll need to know the whole entire walk back, Lillian's dead silent. Dead silent.
Something wrong, Lillian?
Just thinking. Memories. It's nothing. Just happy someone gets to have a good life with their parents. You.
Harper just looks at Lillian, but just leaves it be.
As you guys get into the house, I'd say Lorelai is probably just coming down the stairs. I would tell you now, she did not notice that you guys were gone. And she'll go, oh! Hi.
Hey, kiddo. And as soon as they walk into the house, Lillian makes herself not look sad and depressed.
Harper will just, before walking into either her office or wherever she's gonna go, as she walks past Lillian, kind of just whispers to you, "You should tell her about Aru. Maybe she'll make a
I
friend."
love you.
And just
Yeah.
wordlessly walks into her office.
Did you enjoy your nap, kiddo?
Yeah.
You were out for quite a while.
I'm thirsty.
You thirsty? What do you want to drink? I can get you chocolate milk. I could get you water, lemonade, whatever
chocolate.
juice variants Harper has in the fridge.
Hot chocolate. Hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate? Okay.
Yeah.
You want toast? Do you want toast too? Do you want your toast?
Toast. Yes.
Okay. And Lillian's gonna just like flip about the kitchen, getting the hot chocolate ready, again the toast.
Yeah, she is sat on the couch, you know, swinging her little feet backwards and forwards. She's
Harper
excited.
absolutely would have restocked on everything at this point, by the way.
She did a bit. She did have it a big shop.
And got extra toast
She went to Sam's Club, got like 5 loaves.
after last
bread.
time.
She went into the big shop. Yeah, she, you know,
So it's
You
not
give
gonna
her the
run
hot
out for a
chocolate.
while.
yeah, you give her the toast and the hot chocolate, and she is happy. She's just so sad. She's having a great time.
So, me and Harper were gone. We let you sleep. You weren't around for our first adventure, but we fought this Muffman, and a detective had,
Muff.
and this detective had helped vaguely. He was kind of insignificant. But he called Harper, and there was a bad thing in the woods. There was a
She
father.
won't. Yeah, she won't say anything. She'll just kind of like look at you with some concern.
Don't. We figured it out. It's okay. Nothing's bad anymore. I think.
Oh.
She says that, I think, under her breath. But there was a couple who was missing their kid. We found the kid. Her name's Rue. Rue, she's around your age.
Oh, that's nice. And she just keeps eating her toast.
Lillian kind of sits there, watches the kid eat her toast, drink her hot chocolate.
I love you. Yeah, she's just
She's having the time of her life.
having a time
Did
of her
you-
life.
Did you have a good nap? I think I already asked this. I don't know. Huh.
I did. It was good.
Did you have any dreams, or was it just sleep?
I don't.
After you finish your toast and hot chocolate, I would say you should go back to bed when you just woke up. It is late, and we don't want you to mess up your sleep schedule. Start it young so you're not like me, who's up till like 5 in the morning every day.
But that's when the sun is awake.
It is. You don't want to be up until 5 in the morning. Don't be like
So,
me,
like,
Lorelai.
Aggressively shake her head. She'll, she'll be drinking a hot chocolate and she'll get to the end of it and she'll do that like really obnoxious like slurping of the drink. Put the cup down on the table. Put the cup down on the table. Get off the couch and like aggressively grab your hand and be like, "Okay, bedtime."
And Lillian's gonna let Lorelai lead her to her room.
Yeah. She instead of you think that she would take you to your own room. She'll bring you to hers and she'll go, "Okay, you go night night."
I can't fit in your bed, kiddo. Your bed's too small.
She'll like try and like push you,
No.
but she's like she's she's itty bitty.
Every time I'm moving, she just picks up the kid and go, "No, you get to go to bed."
But because sleep in your bed.
I have stuff I need to do still. Distinctly, I
No,
need to go
you s-
shower.
No,
I
you said it's
stink.
bedtime. She
It's
kind
bedtime
of
for you. I have to go shower.
she kind of pauses for a second and like buries her face into you, takes like a really big sniff, and goes, "Ah, stinky."
I am. You know how you had bath time earlier? I have to go do bath time now.
Yeah. Stinky.
And Lillian's gonna put her in her bed, like tuck her in, give her stuffed animals, be like, "You go to bed, kiddo."
I love you. Okay.
And in the morning, if no one's around, if I get to it first, I'll make you pancakes.
Pancakes.
Yeah, you want pancakes tomorrow morning?
Yeah.
Alright. Then you go to bed and I will make you pancakes in the morning.
Okay.
And Elaine's gonna like pat her on the head. And then get up.
Oh yeah. Yeah. She'll she'll turn over. Assumingly. Well,
And when before Lillian
close her
leaves,
eyes
she
at
goes,
least.
before Lillian leaves room, she goes, "Good night, kiddo."
Night night. You stinky.
And she's I am.
And then she'll like kind of giggle to herself.
And Lillian's gonna leave the door open and close her Laura usually likes it. She's just like cracked, open all the way, closed. The preferred method
Probably
for the
like, kind
phone.
of cracked. Yeah, probably cracked.
Coming through. Then she's gonna go to her room and just flop on the floor.
Just wait. Let's get the just this.
Yeah.
It's the dedicated floor time.
Every
What?
time
Unless
there's
you-
every time there's a kid. And she's gonna look over at the wall where the board is and get a book in the board. Where are you at?
Is she wearing the necklace?
Yes.
It feels heavier than usual.
Elaine's gonna grab the pen in her hand. Where are you at upstairs? Mhm.
Unless you guys have anything else to do. I'd say that's probably the end. You guys are doing little angst, and I have 1 hour of tropical tide pool tunes for crabs and little creatures.
Okay.
Here is some music that crabs would listen to during crab activities.
Yeah.
To be fair, right at the end, my raft music just started playing.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh,
Wonderful.
I crashed halfway through, so I went to my phone and didn't have music for the end session.
Honestly, I didn't even notice that you had switched to your phone, so it makes sense that you crashed, though.
I added,
Yeah, my laptop was overheating.
I added
I was-
fuzzy things for Harper.